Hey guys, it's Gav here, and I just wanted to go live for a couple minutes and do a quick update for you guys on some projects. We always want to see how we can get the message out to stop the abuse, to stop the crimes of the Blue Syndicate, and we're trying to empower people in that. And I don't know if you know this or not, but there's a website. Hey guys, how's it going? There's a website called killedbypolice.net, and I've referenced this website for a while. It's a really good factual website. What they do is they document all the police killings by date in basically this list, and then they link to it. As information comes in, they link to articles and things like that. So as the extortion, the abuse increases, right? Yeah, like the new law in Washington, they find new ways. The insurance companies lobbied to make new laws so you can even be ticketed for eating while driving because they want to be able to raise your insurance. This is a list. There's been 679 executions by police this year by the Blue Syndicate. Almost none of the police killings are justified. And all you got to do is look around the world. Almost no police agency on the planet kills people like American police. We have a psychology of violence and abuse in American police, just like the woman that we saw killed this last week. And it's not about justice. It's not about keeping you safe. It's not about them defending themselves. It's about them going out and creating crimes, creating extortion, creating abuse, creating terror, because they are the terror. And when things go wrong in their crimes, they kill people. And sometimes they kill people just because they're cowardly, fearful people. People's argument to this is, well, Gavin, what do you suggest? Do you suggest we do away with all police? And that's frankly a ridiculous argument. That's like saying, well, Gavin, like, what do you want? The Nazis are bad, so do you suggest we do away with all law? That's absurd. I suggest that we have real law enforcement, not a bunch of psychotic police agencies created to generate revenue in every city and county in America. And so, here's the thing. I've been doing what I call the reading of the names. And if you go to my Facebook page, facebook.com/callmegav, what I've been doing is I've been going in here and I take a day or two, 4 to 7 names. Understand that the police in America kill 1 to 5 people every single day, guys. So what you're hearing about in the news is the main ones, right? It's the ones that there's actually a clear video of, or that there's some scandal surrounding. But I can tell you from years of experience that almost none of them are actually justified, okay? Generally, the police created an incident and then they responded with violence after they created an incident by committing a crime. Sometimes they're dealing with people who may have committed a minor crime, but again, they escalated it. So my passion is for justice. I want the police to change. I don't hate the police. I love them enough to tell them they're terrorists, to tell them they're not heroes. And just because police sometimes stop bad things, right? Or because sometimes they help you on the side of the road. Guys, the Gestapo did that. The Gestapo, the Nazis would sometimes stop bad things, right? The Stalin's guys would sometimes stop real crimes. All right? So on the day that it's me or one of mine, right, if the day comes that they've killed me, which is certainly a possibility, and it's a possibility for any of us that are engaged, if that day comes, know that it's worth it for the message, all right? If that day comes and they say Gavin committed suicide, or Gavin committed suicide by cop, or Gavin hung himself in his cell, know that they are lying, that they made it up, that their police reports, as always, are false. So what I've been doing, because I struggle with this, because so many people are dying, and sometimes they reach out to me, the families. I hear frequently from people. Sometimes I'm face-to-face with people whose families have been murdered. People like Dylan Noble. I've met his mom and Lavoie's family. And so this is all the time now. Understand that every single day, 1 to 5 people are being killed. The American police are killing more people in America than all organized terrorist organizations combined. And when I say this, people say, Gavin, that's ridiculous. That's an absolute fact. And if you go to killedbypolice.net, it's a great reference point. But here's what I've been doing on the page. I don't know if I can do it every day, but I plan to keep doing this. If we can put this on people's minds, it's made too easy for us to forget. So go here, and I hope you guys will do this on your pages as well. And I do it on Facebook because it's more of a social atmosphere than YouTube. And it's more casual, right, than when I do a YouTube live stream. And so here's what I do, and I'm going to do one. I'm going to do one right now. I'm going to go to here. Let's go to July 17th and 18th. And I'm going to do the reading. And I'm going to show you exactly what I've been doing on YouTube. Okay, so Killed by the Blue Syndicate for July 17th and 18th, 2017. Jose Cazares, age 37. Ernesto Cedillo, age 52. India Nicole Nelson, age 25. Eric Wesley Clark, age 43. Willis Fritz, age 83. Wow. Haven't even heard about that one. Unknown male in Arizona. Daniel Thomas Reed, age 32. Robert Earl Vaughn, age 70. Let's have a moment of silence for them. Guys, that was 2 days. 2 of those people were the age of your grandfather that the police killed. Now, when you have tacked out, young, strapping, fit people out there, and they have to kill your grandpa because they're such big cowards and they're created crimes, and people say, oh, well, what if those were justified? Guys, they weren't justified. It's not justifiable for your protectors to kill 2 to 5 people every day. So what I'm doing, and I hope you'll do, and I think we can send a powerful message with this by not allowing people, by not hearing these names, and by the media not talking about it, they allow themselves to think everything's okay. People genuinely don't believe me when I say that the police kill more than all the terrorist organizations combined in America. All right? They truly don't believe me. But the facts are right there. The numbers don't lie. Okay? And people say, oh, he had a gun. Who cares? The cops all have guns. Does that mean they should be shot? Are you kidding me? It's not illegal to have a gun. If anything, we should be taking the guns away from these psychotic police. See, I don't want anybody to be murdered. I don't want the cops to die either. I want them to realize how evil they've become and that they're the enemy and start defending peace. Only police officers get to say, I was afraid, so I killed you. I was afraid, so I killed your dog, your brother, your mother, your cousin, your aunt. Only police officers get to be cowards like that. For you and I, if we do so much as not respond correctly, if we try to defend ourselves, there's a good chance, even if it's legit, that we will be charged with murder. All right? And I know people charged with murder who were simply trying to get out of a bad situation and defend themselves. But police, they get a license to kill. That has to end. Until America comes together in love, and loves their neighbor, and loves freedom enough to oppose the Blue Syndicate, and to call it out for what it is, and to stop pretending that any of the Nazis are the good guys in America. And I did a little video on this last night. There's a very simple way to tell if you're a patriot or if you're a 3%er or whatever you want to call it. There's a simple way to tell if you love liberty. If you have a blue line on your car, if you say I back the blue, if you say I support the police, you would not have been a patriot in 1776. You would have been a redcoat or a loyalist. That's not my opinion. That's a historical fact. The patriots, the rebels, they opposed those who were enforcing and enacting the tyranny. They didn't just say, oh, it's not their fault, they're still heroes, it's the king that's fault. Is not at all. They said, we're going to stop the people that are perpetrating the crimes. Every tyranny, every killing, every abuse, every false arrest, every false charge, every false conviction, and every treasonous judge that gets to rave away and punish people for non-crimes, every one of those is backed up by an officer with a gun. Without them, you would scoff at that psychotic judge and walk out of the courtroom. All the crimes committed against the people are committed by the enforcers, guys. Sure, the treasonous politicians are accountable, but don't pretend that those police are less accountable. Every fake law, every fake extortion, every single one, if you resist, the eventuality will be a gun to your head. If you don't pay the extortion, if you don't comply with the fake crimes. And so as many like Schaefer Cox, like Jeff Winehouse, like the Bundys, like Leonard Peltier, like the natives from DAPL, as they languish in the concentration camps of America, as police kill people every single day without just cause and act like psychotic killers, only they are allowed to murder people because they're afraid. For the rest of us, it's either manslaughter or murder, because that's what it is. Start reading the names, guys. Go out tonight, pick a day, pick 2 days, read the names, make people hear their names. At least do these people the justice of their families knowing that people notice that they were murdered, that they're not forgotten. Put their names on your lips, because that has power. Your words have power. If you back the blue, I don't hate you, but you would not have been a 3%, a patriot, or a rebel. You would have been a redcoat. If you back the blue, you are the red. All right, guys, spread the word. Get the message out there. Read their names. Let society be sobered. If people can allow themselves to ignore the suffering around them, it can go on forever. If people have to look it in the eye and think about it, it can change the world. You guys have a good weekend. Take care.